Hello, everyone. Well, it's been a little bit of a time between this and my last video. Um, I'll just say things going on that have been on my mind more than my channel again as usual, but I'm still here. I'm doing fine as far as health goes, physical health, and I'm enjoying watching people's videos still to this day. Uh, Bev Clarkovision, as you know, I enjoyed watching your VCLT from Jim. What a great guy Jim is, and yours too, John Vinalizer. I saw your two VCLT videos and enjoyed those, and your reaction to getting those wonderful gifts that Jim always gives us members of the VC. He's blessed me a couple of times, and Jim, if you see this, I thank you again from the bottom of my heart for those times you chose to bless me with your gifts. This video is going to be a new video shot on my new phone. I've had two phones crap out on me about the last month and a half, 2 months. So that's part of the reason why there hasn't been any uploads from me. But anyway, got a collection update to show you. 3 CDs and 1 shirt that goes along with one of the CDs, which I'll show last. A little spoiler alert. My shirt is the spoiler alert on what that last CD will be. But this one is one that I happened to run into on a visit to Walmart. I didn't even know this artist was coming out with anything new. I thought they were pretty much done, but apparently not. And I can say I'm a casual fan of hers. It's a single female artist. And that is Alanis Morissette. Her latest album dropped about a month and a half ago. Such Pretty Forks in the Road is the name of it. I've listened to a couple tracks on this. Type of album you expect from Alanis Morissette. And I enjoyed those songs. I want to take some time to give this album a thorough listen. The booklet is standard lyrics and surprisingly no photos. It looks like there's just all lyrics and credits in here. So that's CD number 1. The second CD, this is a CD set. 2 CDs, I believe. And this was something I was on the fence on buying, but since I don't have the other CD that this is like in my collection anymore, made it easier for me to buy it. And the price I saw that for was, yeah, I can buy this. And that is Metallica's S&M 2. Of course, it's a performance with the San Francisco Symphony Orchestra. I had the first one in my collection, don't anymore, so I'm glad to pick this one up to replace that. There are some repeat songs on this one that were on that one. Looking forward to listening to some of the other songs that weren't on that one, like some of the newer songs from the Hardwired album that are on this. Again, I've listened to a few tracks on disc 2. I haven't had time to really give any of these albums that I'm showing a look-see. And the one that came today, of course, is the latest from Stryper. I pre-ordered this back when the pre-orders became available, and it dropped yesterday, and I got my copy today. I ordered one of the bundles that came with this t-shirt. It says "Even the Devil Believes" on it. The one thing I don't like, the only identifying thing that identifies this as a Stryper, is the Striper logo on, I believe, this sleeve. I like the thing on the front of the shirt, but I wish there was, it was identified as a Striper shirt more than just by the small little logo on the sleeve of it. And this, of course, is the album called Even the Devil Believes. I've heard a few tracks on it now, some from YouTube, and I've listened to some of the ones I have not heard on YouTube before the album dropped. Keeping with the times and being them wearing masks in their photos of here in the album, along with the lyrics and the credits. And this album is the first one to officially feature bassist Perry Richardson, who was, I don't know if he is anymore since he's in Striper, but he was at one time the bassist for the band Firehouse. I don't know if Perry's involved in that, but this is the first Striper album to officially feature him. So I'm looking forward to giving all three of these a listen as a whole. I will say about the Striper album, there's a couple of songs that stand out, as far as the titles, like God and Rock and Roll, second to last track on here, reminded me of the anthemic songs Christian metal bands were doing in the 80s. When I was growing up, the Rockin' for Jesus and Rockin' for the Rock, So that song, God and Rock and Roll, would fit right in with their 80s material, even though there's more of an edge to it than some of their 80s material. That's one thing with Striper, as has been mentioned by me and other people, is as they've gotten older, they've gotten heavier in their last few albums. This isn't the To Hell with the Devil, or definitely not the In God We Trust sound at all, for the most part, in this album, what I've heard of it. And the other song that stood out to me is the last track, the track after God and Rock and Roll. It's called The Middle Finger Messiah. And basically, if I can get a little philosophical or whatever you want to call it, I'll try not to be preachy, about how everybody has basically, figuratively and literal, how we all basically have given at one time or another in our lives God the middle finger is basically what that song talks about. And I thought it was calling it the Middle Finger Messiah, I thought was a interesting spin to put on the song. But anyway, if I feel so inclined, I'll come back with full reviews of these albums. The one I need to listen to the most out of all of these is the Alanis Morissette one. But nonetheless, I'm looking forward to hearing all three and happy to have all three of these in my collection. Till I talk to you guys again, take care, keep healthy, enjoy the music, and hopefully I can turn this off without too much of a